Here's an interview from one of our past shows on Rock and Metal Revival. If you're interested in hearing full shows, go to our Facebook page and check out our list of affiliates for times and places where you can hear Rock and Metal Revival. There is Ghost Shadow, which is brand new music from the band Anvil. Now, they have a new album called Impact is Imminent, being released on May 20th. And with us today is Anvil lead vocalist and guitarist Lips. We want to welcome you back to Rock and Metal Revival.
Thanks, man. It's great to be here.
It's great to have you back. Now, this is the first new music from Anvil since your 19 release, I should say, Legal at Last. You guys got to be pretty pumped up about getting back out on the road and playing some of this music live.
Oh, hell yeah. Come on, 2 years off and playing live is brutal. But
I bet.
Believe me, we kept ourselves very busy. Basically what happened was we went and wrote and recorded the Legal at Last album, and then we went out and played 17 shows in the UK. We came home, and that's it. Uh-huh. From that point on, we wrote this album, and we recorded it, and now we're waiting for it to come out. In the meantime, since we've recorded it, I've written another album.
Wow.
Because, come on, man, we got back in October. What the fuck? What else am I going to do?
Yeah. Man. So what motivates you to keep writing new music? So many bands nowadays go out and do their 30th anniversary of this album or that album and don't put out anything new.
That's their problem, not mine. Obviously, yeah. I don't have a problem with. I mean, to me, we're not a pop band that depends on a hit single to propel our careers. We're a real metal band that actually propels ourselves by continuing to put out new material every couple of years. Mm-hmm. It's a completely different set of rules. You're not putting out pop music. You're putting out cult music.
Yeah.
And I've got a huge cult following that's kept me going for 50 fucking years, right?
Yeah.
Pardon the French, but listen, it's the way it is, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm a very very fortunate individual that I not only I guess I was born. I was born with a certain talents, and I've been using them my entire life, and I've been getting away with it for a lifetime. It's miraculous. It's wonderful.
Definitely.
It hasn't been easy, and no one said that it was going to be, and I never expected it to be. I set my life up to do this from the time I was very very young, to do this for a life. Not with the plans. I'm going to go write a hit single and make it big like Neil Diamond. That was not my thing.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear Anvil doing Sweet Caroline. I couldn't.
No.
hear it.
My whole thing is I discovered the Rolling Stones before anybody else did at my age group as a kid. At 10, 11 years old, I'm listening to the Rolling Stones earlier albums that people don't even know the material, right? Mm-hmm. And actually still don't. They were still quite obscure. The only thing that the world ever knew at that time was maybe Get Off of My Cloud, maybe Satisfaction. But they didn't hear all the rhythm and blues and other stuff that they had recorded and heard the albums, the album cuts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was attracted to a grittier aspect, mostly driven by guitar. Mm-hmm. It was really about the guitar, and wherever I could find that gritty, grindy kind of thing. I mean, after hearing Satisfaction, which is the first heavy metal riff of all time, I'm going, there it is. I mean, that encapsulates everything. That riff became a million other songs, but in any case, it's riff music. And I've just followed that river all the way to the lake. You know what I mean? And to the ocean, and that's what my goal was, and I followed that. And it was not about I'm going to go make pop music. It was I'm going to learn how to play. I want to play grinding guitar, man. I love the sound of a guitar, and I just went looking for that anywhere I could find it. And my favorite places, it was obvious, it wasn't the pick of the crowd. It wasn't what everybody else was listening to. While all the other kids in my class are listening to the Monkees, I'm listening to Jimi Hendrix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And why? Why was I listening to Jimi Hendrix and the other kids? Because I had older siblings. That's why.
Oh, yeah. I did too.
And that makes a huge difference. And all of a sudden, and I'm getting influenced by things that are way that all the teenagers were listening to, and I'm a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So and being influenced by it and learning how to play from that. That was my source of inspiration and influence, was from what was going on. So where did I start? I started my influence basically at the invention of rock and roll.
Wow.
Nice.
Very nice.
Being born in 1956, by the time it's 1960, I'm already singing Elvis Presley songs and trying to and by the time I'm 10, I've got my first electric guitar. I was on my journey. I'm on my way.
That's awesome. That is so awesome.
And I have to also underscore the idea of the way I approached my guitar and guitar playing was not by sitting down and copying directly from records. Mm-hmm. I learned all my chords and the fundamentals of playing from my Beatles Rubber Soul, Beatles Rubber Soul. What do you call it? Music book.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they didn't have tab
where I learned
back then.
all my chords. Okay, now I can play all the bar chords, and then I discovered you don't have to play the whole bar chord. Then all of a sudden, Black Sabbath comes around, and I'm going, oh man, the almighty riff. Listen, these are riff kings. That's there it is. It's like there it is. It's like wow. I mean, previous to that, of course, there's the Grand Funk and the Jimi Hendrix days, but when Black Sabbath came out in, I guess, late 67, 68, maybe 69, almost that late, it was already, I was well ready for it. So the second I heard it, I instantly recognized where it's coming from and what it is, right? Because, of course, what preempted it, or what actually was there before was like the cream.
Yeah.
And that was still relative to the beginnings of riff rock.
Yeah.
But riff rock is the ultimate. That's where it all is. That's what drove the whole damn thing, and lead guitar, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
The use of blues-based wailing and how that fit on that riff music. It's just wow. It's all went hand in hand, and I grew up with it. That's what I grew up along with. So by the time the 70s came, you're listening to everything that got cultivated from that, right? So what did Jimi Hendrix invent? Well, basically the distortion and everything and lead guitar, it exploded.
Yeah,
and that's why we have a Led Zeppelin, a Black Sabbath, and a Deep Purple, and all the rock bands, Montrose and Cactus, and the MC5 and Ted Nugent, and it's all a result of what Jimi Hendrix brought to the table that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Lips is a band that is very much a live band, and when the whole world shut down, I mean, it had to be unbelievably hard that you guys never got to properly tour Legal at Last. Now, a lot of bands either wrote a new record with new music or waited to tour on their 2019 releases. When did you decide to sit down, write, record, Impact is Imminent, and then when did you decide that, we're going to go out and we're going to play? Are you going to play both those albums out on tour this time when you come out?
Well, that's an interesting dilemma.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were, and it's not like there's tons of room because we're still, we're still doing stuff from pounding the pavement and all the other fucking albums.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's just getting harder. It's not getting easier, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what do you pick? What do you pick?
And what do you take out? You know, because you got to take something out.
What are you taking out?
Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah, after 19 albums, that gets kind of complicated. Because then you got fans going, why don't you play this one? Why don't you play that one?
And then you got the old fans
who want to hear
metal on metal. And they don't want to hear anything new at all.
Oh, yeah. Yep. You always run into that. Now, Impact is Imminent has a really cool cover. You guys always have cool covers. I really dug the last one, the Legal at Last with the glass anvil bong. I thought that was really cool. Who does your artwork? Do you use the same person doing that? Or
well, it's been at one point it was the same guy for a number of years, and then what happened was, when we were making Legal at Last, he kind of petered out on us. So we discovered a new guy who was way better. Like way better. Like the Legal at Last covers went through two processes. We went through it with a guy before it, and what happened was he did a rendering, and you're going, you know what? Now we don't like it. We just don't like it. But we've got another idea, and you send him the idea, and then the guy just goes, I haven't got the time for this. That's what he emails back, because he got frustrated. So you can imagine how we're feeling. We're already going, well, what you've sent us, we're not paying for because we don't like it. Exactly. And we're not putting that out. So I'm not paying. We're telling you what we do want, and now you're saying you don't have the time and you can't be bothered. So what the fuck? What am I going to do with that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, now, Lips. Now you.
So we changed to a new guy. This guy Cliff, and absolutely incredible. He did He did the Legal at Last cover, and he's done the new cover. And not only that, he's been doing our videos.
Oh yeah, I like the Shadow, Ghost Shadow,
which is great. The videos, the Nebraska video was the first one, which was a cartoon and a cartoon lyric video, which I really think is absolutely fucking brilliant. And I don't think it could have been done better. Seen, like it's underexposed for some reason. And I don't know why that is. I really don't know why that is, and I don't know, and I'm not absolutely certain that it's a favorable video in the sense that metalheads are such I don't know, they can be such assholes, basically. Oh, it's a cartoon. I'm not watching that. That's fucking shit. Right?
Yeah.
They didn't watch what the cartoon was and what it was depicting. They didn't listen to the song. I'm not watching that. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You get that shit.
Yeah.
Maybe it has a bit of that going. Maybe I really don't know. But it's actually quite brilliant. It's actually a story. It's a whole story about how we got busted going across from Portland from Portland, Oregon into Nebraska, and what happened after we were there.
That is a fun.
That is a funny
video. That was one of the songs, man. I love that song. It's too funny.
So that's what happened. Basically, like I said in the song, a friend of mine gave me a handful of pot, and then when we realized that we're getting surrounded by cops, I threw it out the window, and they saw it.
Man.
Hey, Lips, now you and your drummer, Rob, formed Anvil some 40 years ago. Now, that's a long partnership. I mean, most marriages don't last that long. What has been the key to you guys staying together and keeping the Anvil machine moving forward?
I think it's a common goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, and you look at any successful marriage, you got to have a goal. We want to raise this family. We want to buy this house. We want to, you have to have goals.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of marriages, when you run out of goals, run out of glue, and people fall apart.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yep.
Makes sense.
This is an endless process. We got to write another album. Got to go do another tour. We got to keep building. So there's always something to look forward to. A common goal.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, I know that I'm a big Flying V guy, and I notice you're always playing Flying Vs, but you're not like Gibson or anything like that. What kind of Vs are you playing? Because most of the time it looks like they're semi-hollow body.
Yeah, they were custom made for me. They're custom made by a company that was based out of Maryland, I guess. October Guitars, but they went out of business, and they made 10 Lipsomatic guitars basically, and I've got like 4 of them.
Oh wow! Okay.
So that's how it ended up. And I would buy the other 6 if I could find them. I know that Johnny Z had one, so unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be getting that back anytime soon.
No, I don't think so.
Hey,
or getting hold of that one. That's for sure. But it's wow. But they were custom made for me. They're semi hollow. Basically, the neck profile is the same as an SG.
Okay.
It has a 22nd fret neck joint, which gives you the full reach like the 1958 Flying V, the Gibson. But of course, it's slightly different. Of course, it's semi-hollow, which is something that nobody else really uses or wants.
You don't get it. It doesn't feed back a lot on you. Because I imagine
yes,
you play. I
that's
imagine you
point.
play at high volume. So
yeah, you want that.
Yeah,
it's called harmonic feedback. It's everything that a Stratocaster does, but a Les Paul won't. 335s are great for that.
Oh,
and, trust me, the song "Hibernation" by Ted Nugent would not be what it is without it being done on a hollow body.
Yeah.
So yes, does a hollow body make feedback? Yes, it does, but the right kind.
Yeah.
It's the right kind. It's sustained, endless, beautiful, buttery, smooth, sustained. Nothing could be nicer.
Nope. I agree. Now, I'm a fan of your guitar solos. You always play something catchy, something memorable. Now, how do you write them ahead of time? Do you figure them out ahead of time, or do you just go in there and just wing it and then see what comes out?
What, solos?
Yeah.
Like guitar solos?
Yep.
No, solos are always created in the studio. And the reason you do that is because you can adjust things to the way you want them.
Yeah.
You really have 100% control.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I prefer to do it like that, because there's no sense. Because what happens is, let's say I wing a solo here, and now I get to the studio, I'm going to be trying for hours to make it sound like the solo I just winged.
Yeah, that's true. Makes sense.
Well, so why did I do that? Why didn't I just wing another one? And that's what I end up doing. You can't. When you try to fucking do a planned solo, it actually it works against you. At least it does with me. You're better off creating there, and then you're going to capture the excitement, and you're going to get the optimum creativity, because you can hear precisely every little tiny nuance and either change it or adjust it or perfect it. Right?
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Yeah, you wing it through the solo fucking 50 times, and until you actually learn the solo.
That's
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's actually what I do.
Okay. Yeah.
So the guy keeps running the solo over and over and over again, and I keep playing the same section. And as I just keep doing it over and over again until I can get from top to bottom perfectly. And here's the thing that people have to understand, and how technology has changed. I do that 20, 30 times, and okay, I got the whole entry absolutely flawless, but I fuck up halfway through. But I keep playing, and I play the way whole through, and I play an amazing exit. Now, the next time I play it, I fuck up the beginning, but the middle part is just fucking stupendous. But because I was so fucking wound up and excited about how well I did the middle part, I fuck up at the end. Well, all he does is he takes that take, sticks it in the other one, and now I got a whole fucking perfect take top to bottom.
Yeah, I could see that.
Nice. That.
And there it is, and that's how you get there. That's how it's done today.
Well, that.
I mean, can you tell? No, you can't tell.
No.
Is it me playing? Absolutely, every fucking note, man.
Yeah.
I do know the solo, and you know what? When you go and play it live, you fucking nail it. And here's an example. When I went and did the Ghost Shadow video, it was basically a couple days after I'd done the solo.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's completely fresh. I know it, every fucking note. I've played it 100 times to get it on the on the recording. So here I am making the video, it's like I just play the solo along with the video clip, and you look at my fingers, and it
looks like you're playing
dead on.
Yeah, definitely.
It's funny, right? Like, I just find that kind of stuff. It's there's a certain level of comedy to it, but that's how planned it can become, especially because it becomes so instilled from the recording process, and that's the best place to actually create it. So that's how I go about doing my solos.
Nice.
I certainly don't, and it's not like you struggle through it. You write it as you're there, and you're playing it over and over, and you're perfecting it as you go, right? And in eventuality, the whole thing's done, and it's sometimes the best playing you've ever fucking done in your life, because you're pushing everything to the limit, right?
Yes, definitely.
You push everything to the fucking limit, you know.
All
like
right.
There's the soloing in let's say the Wizard's Wand that's fucking great. Fuck. I mean, it's got all the parts. It's just completely a melodic solo with like almost like a Blackmore Highway Star exit from the solo. It's just like, wow, that fucking, you put something together, go, fuck that. I mean, I knew it was there. It's a matter of I got to fucking play it. It's easier to hear it than it is to play it. Trust me, it always ends up that way.
Nice. Very cool.
Well, it took a number of hits till it was all there. But fuck, man, what a fucking that's fucking completely written soloing. It's just some things you're just going, wow, that's just fucking so perfectly written. You've put chords in certain succession so that you already know what the lead guitar is going to follow this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
It's pretty remarkable stuff. How far I've come as a songwriter to actually have that foresight that when I'm writing a rhythm track or what's backing my solo, what to put there as the background, so that I know so that it gives the solo of a complete
foundation,
complete
kind of
journey to go through, right?
Yeah.
Outstanding.
And when you do that, you end up with a really outstanding solo that gets remembered forever. That's what you get when you create that way. And it's like writing the verse of a song. You got to know how to write a verse of the verse to get what chords to put there to make that a melody work.
Mm-hmm.
You got to learn that art. And I got to tell you honestly that I'm more confident in what I do now than I ever have been.
Yeah.
In the sense that I actually can really honestly say, instead of I'm going to try this, it's not a matter of even trying. I'm going to do this because I know this works.
Wow.
And having that knowledge before you, having the knowledge and the confidence, I know what I'm fucking doing.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Well, hey, Lips, we're looking forward to you bringing the new Anvil tour into our backyard here in Madison, Wisconsin on July 29th. We're looking forward to having you here again. And we also let the artist pick the song out of the interview. So what from the Anvil catalog would you like us to end this interview with?
Actually, you have the new album, right?
Yes.
Okay, Run Gomez.
Dude, I was going to ask you about that. I love that song. I love the Teabag and Gomez.
Who the fuck wouldn't? That is as shocking as it fucking gets. And the thing is, somebody's got to do that. And I guess it's had to be me. But somebody had to do it at some point. Somebody should be doing it. I mean, we have the fucking drummer and the bass player for it. There's no doubt about that. So let's do it.
Nice.
Well, you're always welcome back here on Rock and Metal Revival, Lips. We appreciate your time today.
Okay, much appreciated. Thanks for having me. It should be great. I just hope I haven't said anything that gets me in lots of trouble.
All right, you have yourself a great day, and we hope to see you in July.
Okay, man. Have a good one.
Take care.
Take care.